Hey, how's it going everyone? Tazen here, today bringing some more awesome JRPG news. And firstly, we're going to kick right back into Dragon Quest news. So Dragon Quest X is an online MMORPG for the Dragon Quest series, and currently it's only available in Japan. But we've recently gotten some news that there may be a new version coming in the future, and this version may indeed come to the West. So former producer of the Dragon Quest X series, Yosuke Saito, who's also known as the producer of the Nier series, he recently stepped down from his position August 25th, 2018, but he's talked in the past about their interest in making an offline version for the game, saying that they don't think it's impossible, and that it's something that they would love to bring to customers. But recently, there was a 10-hour 2018 special broadcast for Dragon Quest X. It was called the Super Dragon Quest X TV4 Festival, and executive producer of the Dragon Quest series, Yu Miyake, was on it, and he talked about the possibility of actually making an offline version of Dragon Quest X and bringing it to the West. So he talked about things about Dragon Quest X hasn't released overseas, the Dragon Quest games on the 3DS weren't as popular in the West as they were in Japan, and many people jumped from Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King, all the way to Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of Elusive Age. But he said Dragon Quest X has plenty of rich stories, and I want to make something to share it with others, including those overseas. That's absolutely fantastic. Imagine if by creating this version, it may be perfectly suited to an audience in the West as a single offline MMORPG style game, given it won't have the online elements of an MMORPG. But this may be exactly what people would like coming off Dragon Quest XI and also Dragon Quest VIII being two heavily story invested single player games. So to be able to bring the stories of Dragon Quest X to the West in a form that is potentially more easily digestible, or something that they can basically afford to bring over as opposed to a continual service that may not do well in the West. I think this is a fantastic way to do it, and that's a way I would love to experience the Dragon Quest X games. Going on to things like Final Fantasy XIV, Realm Reborn and all the expansions, if there were an offline version of that, I would absolutely love it. Again, one, you're taking out the subscription model service, you're taking out the issues of server connections, requiring people to play with, but they may also be able to add some form of online functionality. But again, even without that, it creates a sense of convenience that can help people just feel more easily or more inclined to just be able to go to the console, turn it on and play the game. But moving on from that, going on to some news regarding Dragon Quest IX. Now Dragon Quest IX is also somewhat of a unique Dragon Quest game, because there's a Dragon Quest game where you could actually create your own custom avatars and play multiplayer with people throughout the story. So this is something that people did on the 3DS through connectivity between two different 3DSs and playing through the story. But in regards to mobile version of Dragon Quest IX, Yu Misaki talked about how there's a large lineup of Dragon Quest games on mobile, but it's difficult to reproduce the wireless connectivity feature on the mobiles. However, thanks to recent advancements and some new useful tools, he's now beginning to see the possibilities in being able to create a version for the mobile so that people can play together. Now, it may not be exactly the same as the Street Pass of the 3DS version, but in some form they will be able to replicate it or adapt it to be able to suit the mobile devices. I think that's fantastic. Again, it just brings more Dragon Quest to people in the West and makes the series hopefully somewhat more accessible and even more popular, because I think this is a fantastic series. It's one that is incredibly popular in Japan, much like Final Fantasy, but unlike Final Fantasy, it is not as popular, or I should say as well known in the West. So given the success of Dragon Quest XI, hopefully that is helping kickstart all these ideas, or you could say the actual movements in developing these sort of versions of both Dragon Quest IX and Dragon Quest X to bring to the West. But anyways, that's absolutely awesome. But also we got just a little bit more Dragon Quest news, and that is regarding Dragon Quest Builders 2. So the Dragon Quest website was recently updated with the artwork for Dragon Quest Builders 2. Looks absolutely awesome. I love Akira Toriyama's artwork, and again, just seeing any forms of Akira Toriyama's artwork, fantastic. But now moving on to another series that we haven't heard about for a very long time, and that is the Suikoden series. So Suikoden 1 and 2 were back on the PlayStation 1. Suikoden 1 and 2 are both very expensive games. I believe Suikoden 2 is the more expensive of the two. And then Suikoden 3 to 5 and Tactics were released on PlayStation 2, with some other versions released across other platforms. But we've recently got an update to the Suikoden website. So the last time there was an update on the website was in June 18th, 2014. So we're going back over 4 years ago, and it was when the best collection version of Suikoden 1 and 2 on PlayStation Portable was made available as a free trial for PlayStation Plus members in Japan. But recently, we got an update to the website to showcase all the games in the series on the front page. So if you can look here, this is just an image of what the front page of the website looked like before. And then now you can see this is what it looks like after. So many people are speculating whether Konami are gearing up to make a Suikoden announcement. My best bets are on a Suikoden HD remaster, for example, Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster, similar to the Grandia 1 and 2 HD remaster, the Langrisa 1 and 2 HD remaster, but we may even see more games. The Suikoden 1 to 5, they are on the PlayStation Network on PlayStation 3. But given they've updated their website, something more may be coming. I'm not sure if we will be getting a new game, given I believe the team or many of the people who have worked on the Suikoden games long ago in the past have all spread out to different companies, different ventures. Some may have even moved on into retirement. But again, with the fact that we're seeing all these old Japanese RPGs right back from the PlayStation 1 era, seeing a revival, I'm more than optimistic that the potential is there at the least, and this is just something that they are prepping for the potential if they ever choose to do so in the future. We haven't seen any activity on their Twitter page yet, but we may see some of that soon, so keep an eye out, and something might come along soon enough. Now moving on to another series that I absolutely love, Tokyo Ghoul. So Tokyo Ghoul is the first manga series, or I should say large manga series, spanning several different series, Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re, that I've read in its entirety from start to finish, and I also read chapter by chapter until the very final chapter. But we're getting a Tokyo Ghoul Re game in the works. It's called Tokyo Ghoul Re Call to Exist. It's a survival action horror game, so it may be less so a JRPG, but a Japanese game nevertheless. And we got a second trailer for it. It's a second teaser trailer. Looks absolutely awesome. We just basically got a lot of gameplay in this trailer. We got a gameplay trailer of playing as the ghouls, seeing lots of awesome moves of Kaneki, Toka, Ayato, all using their different kaganes. And we also got some gameplay of the investigators, things like Akira, Amon, Juzo, Suzuya, and seeing all the different kinkis in use, and it absolutely looks fantastic. I haven't really paid much attention to this game until seeing this trailer, and it's really just got me really intrigued about this game. We currently know that it is coming out in Japan sometime in winter, no specific release date, but there's no release date confirmed for this game's release in the West. Now lastly, moving on to some news regarding The World Ends With You. So in my last video I talked about its sales during its first week in Japan doing quite well, and also the potential for a sequel to come down the track if this game sells well in Japan and in the West. But at the time of this recording, the game is coming out tomorrow, October 12th. So it's coming out this week, and this is fantastic. I hope to see it do really well. But I just want to touch base on a message and some new artwork that Tetsuya Nomura released during its release in Japan several weeks ago, and I thought given it's releasing tomorrow, or I should say this week in the West, I thought it'd be awesome just to sort of go over that message and show the artwork. He said, "Thank you so much TGS. The World Ends With You appears in Travis Town in Dream Drop Distance, which is a part of Kingdom Hearts 3's prologue game collection, Kingdom Hearts 2.8. The World Ends With You releases today, September 27th, on the Nintendo Switch, and Kingdom Hearts staff were involved with its release. For those who want to get a deeper enjoyment from 2.8, please try this game out." And we can see here's an awesome artwork with Neku, Joshua, and the gang that were also in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, alongside Sora, Chiruthi, and one of the Dream Eaters. So this is an awesome bit of artwork. And again, this artwork came out several weeks ago, but I thought this is a great way to sort of just wish the game its best when it releases tomorrow. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts on anything I've discussed. We're going Dragon Quest, Tokyo Ghoul, Suikoden, and even The World Ends With You. I'm sure we'll keep getting more information regarding these series as time goes on. I would absolutely love to see Dragon Quest 10 get an offline version to hopefully bring that to the West. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next video, stay spot on.